That's right. Yeah. Also, like the English is an international language, right? So everyone in the world speaks English, which
Generally,
means,
there isn't many. I think I would be honest. I've traveled a lot all over the world, and I would say Vietnam is probably the only place that I've been to where I've been to certain towns and certain places where they do not speak English at all, like not even hello. They're completely do not understand, and it's the first time. So that was quite
well,
a wake up call for me because I'm
yeah,
used
well,
to at least somebody knowing or having some basic knowledge, you know. And so me and Google Translate on my phone, it's been my best friend.
uh,
Me and Google Translate are very close because it's the first time in Saigon, where I'm in the capital city where I am right now. It is easier because most people can speak a level of English. But I live up. Have you been to Vietnam before?
well, I actually haven't, but
No.
yeah.
So I live by the beach, which is 9 hours away, and it's a lot more local, and they don't speak English at all. So it's been quite challenging for sure.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Like,
Being able to speak English, you can pretty much go anywhere.
that's right. Like, yeah, like, I guess, yeah, it's true. Like for example, yeah, just as you said, like when you go to like a country, like a countryside, yeah, they don't usually speak good English, right? Like, yeah, I've also
Yeah.
had, yeah, speaking from experience, like, yeah, my grandmother lives in a city. My grandmother lives in a place called Yeongdeok. Yeongdeok
Okay.
is like a countryside, and yes, like there are no apartments. It's completely a local place. And then, yeah, when I go there, like no one speaks English. But
Wow.
yeah, I guess, yeah, but when you go to like a famous city, like a capital city, I guess most people speak at least level of English, right?
Yeah.
Like a basic English. So I think, yeah, that's why English is really useful. Like, especially when you go to other place, or also, if you know English, if you know how to speak English, you can work internationally, right? Like you
Yes,
can
absolutely.
work with other people, other countries people. Like
Yeah,
maybe you can work with American, or you can work in a American country, right? American
absolutely.
company,
Yeah.
yeah, which is, yeah, you have more chance, right? If you
You've
know,
more choice, absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
more choice. That's what,
What
yeah,
do you know what you want to do when you're older for work? Do you know what you'd like? Do you have an idea of what you'd like to do when you finish studying?
yeah, yeah, like, yeah. Recently, I decided my mind, like I wanted to become and now I want to become a math teacher. But yeah, back then it was different. But yeah,
Amazing. Gosh, you with English and math, you can get a job anywhere in the world. Anywhere.
oh really? Yeah, that is good to hear. Like maybe,
Absolutely.
yeah, maybe like going, maybe teaching math in other country, like using
Yeah,
English.
so for
in it.
example, I know countries like Australia and New Zealand, they give working visas to people that have a special trade, like being a teacher. So if you're a specialized math teacher, you could go and live in Australia for, I think, at least 3 to 5 years, maybe longer. But you can start and you can work in an Australian school.
Whoa, yeah, that sounds awesome for me. Like,
Yeah, I do know, because I know people that are trained as teachers. If you don't have a trade, they're more strict of giving visas out, or they're not as the visas aren't as flexible. But I do know if you're a trained maths teacher or a trained teacher, and obviously you speak fluent English, you can get visas to work in places like Australia and New Zealand, I think. And that's
whoa,
not too far from home for you. It's
yeah, that's right. Like it's not
slightly
very
closer.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, this sounds awesome. Yeah.
Or
Well,
Dubai. I've just spent the last 10 years living in Dubai. Have you heard of Dubai before?
yeah, yeah, I've heard of Dubai. Yeah, like,
So they're always looking for teachers. So you could live and work in Dubai for as long as you like, really. You get
yeah,
visas for 2 years and they just keep renewing it for as long as you want to stay there. And
yeah,
Dubai is a great experience, great place.
Well, yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Well, yeah, to do that, I guess, yeah, I have to study really hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I will do my best, and
You'll be
also,
fine. I believe you'll do really well. Oh, you'll be a maths teacher before you know it.
oh, yeah, well, that would be so great.
What
Well,
age do you want to teach?
uh,
Like your age at the moment? You want to teach sort of teenagers or small or university? If you could
uh,
teach
wait a minute. I guess like middle school student. Well, wait a
middle
minute.
school,
Does the middle school student there learn trigonometry? Like, yeah, do they learn?
I don't know. Probably, I'd say there'd be some entrance into it. But if you're into more that trigonometry and sort of the harder math, it'd be better going for older students. So sort of
Uh,
your age now and above.
like a high school student maybe? Like,
Probably, yeah. I
Oh
think
yeah, I
um,
guess.
I, I I can't remember when I was introduced to trigonometry. It probably is middle school, but it'd be very basic.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if
I
you're
in
really into the formulas and really into that kind of thing, you'd be better doing high school and as high school students, I'd say.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah, like the curriculum there and here is I guess similar. Yeah, we also learn like basic trigonometry in middle school, and then when you go to like a high school, you learn some difficult trigonometry and some yeah calculus, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, if I can choose what to teach, then I would like to teach like a high school student because yeah, well, these days I just get I'm really interested in trigonometry and calculus, so yeah, I would like to teach that. But
wow.
yeah, but that's what I want to teach the most. But even if I can't teach it, even if I have to teach like the middle school student like algebra. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. It's still okay. Yeah, I just want to teach math. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I think teaching is so much fun. Doesn't matter if you teach like calculus or trigonometry. Yeah,
Oh,
this thing.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, teaching is what I love. Yeah, and it's what I really want to do.
And
So
you'll be changing people's lives, right? You'll be
yeah, well,
helping you when you become a teacher, you'll be shaping the future of tomorrow. That's what's so amazing about teaching. You're
that's
teaching
right.
other children for their future.
That's right. And
So
also,
it's very,
it's
very important.
yeah, I agree. And also, yeah, how do I say? It is really happy like when you give the information to somebody that like
Hmm.
right? So yeah, I would. So that's why I really want to become a teacher. Especially, yeah, you said if I can teach outside of Korea, well, that would be even better.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'll do my best. Yeah,
Very exciting. Sounds like you've got it all planned.
yeah, yeah. Well,
And
and
outside
also
of, outside of that, where would you like to travel to? Where's top of your list if you want to? You say you want to travel. Where's top of
so
your list?
well, like how do I say? Like there are so many places that I want to
I
visit, so it's
know.
quite hard. But if I have to choose, then I'll
Give
probably
me your top three. Give me your top three.
like maybe first of all, yeah, I want to visit English countries, so probably I will choose like Australia. Uh, Australia, yeah, Australia will be my top country. And I would also like to visit some European country because I've never visited there. So maybe I'll like
You'll have to come to London, David.
oh
Practice your
London.
English in England. Come to London.
Yeah, yeah, sure. London is also a decent place, right? Like, and also, yeah, I've heard quite a lot about fish and chips, and yeah,
Yeah,
they said it's famous there. So yeah, I want to try like why it is so famous. Like when the food is famous, there must be a reason, right? So yeah, I want to
yeah,
get to know the reason. So yeah, that would also be great. And yeah, and also like I would like to visit like more Asian country like India, Japan, those kind of
yeah,
country. Yeah,
yeah.
sounds also exciting. So yeah, I guess yeah, those would be my uh like
Your
top
top
three. Top
ones.
yeah, did I say like four country? Yeah, I don't
That's okay. I'll let you have
remember
as
the
many
top.
as you like. I'm just curious. I love traveling, so I love to talk to people about traveling as well. So
Oh, I see.
it
Yeah,
it changes you for the better.
that's right. Yeah, traveling is a lot of fun. Like you always experience new things. Like when you travel, right?
Yeah,
You experience different culture, which is really fun. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, so like to do that, I have to have a lot of money, right? So yeah,
It depends where you go. Um, there, there's a lot of myths around having loads of money. Yes, obviously you need money to be able to fund your trip. But for example, coming to say Southeast Asia, where I am and the countries around here, it's very, very cheap to live here and to travel here. Whereas if
oh,
you're going to go to the UK, the cost of things is much more expensive. So
that's
say
right.
the cost of a coffee in the UK is, if we put it into dollars, is the equivalent of, say, on average, $5 for a cup of
$5,
coffee. Whereas here, it's the equivalent of about 30 cents.
30 cents. Wow, that is much
Yes.
cheaper. Yeah, so it depends
So
on the country you're
it
visiting.
depends where you go. If you want to go to westernized countries, i.e., Australia, New Zealand, UK, lots of Europe, America, you will be spending more money. So you're
That's
going to
right.
need more money to be able to fund that. However, lots of different Asian countries and Middle Eastern countries are a lot less expensive. So you don't need as much income.
Oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense. But the thing is that I want to travel to like a Western country like Europe and UK, America, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like but like math teacher, like just teaching math, you can't make that much money like unless you're like a super famous teacher, right? So yeah, that's why I'm thinking about like
never
teaching
never
abroad.
limit yourself. That's a limit. You can achieve anything you want. You can teach English, you can teach maths online. So you could use your maths training and your maths experience to travel the world and teach others, like we're doing now with English. You can do the same thing with maths.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Like, working and traveling at the same time. Like, that's what you're doing right now, right? Like, you're in
Yeah.
Vietnam. Yeah, you're traveling and then you're making money. Like, you're doing your job at the same time. So,
So I
yeah.
have two jobs. I do this part time, just as and when I have some free time. But I have an online business, so I have a separate business online, which
Oh,
allows me to live and work anywhere in the world.
oh, really? Well, that's
Right,
that's quite
right now I've chosen Vietnam, but I will probably look to go back home towards the UK or Europe next year, and I can still do what I'm doing.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, yeah, I just, want to be like you. Like, yeah, look at you. Yeah, like you can travel.
Well, David, I am nobody special and I can do it. So if I can do it, then you absolutely can do it. So just keep, your head down with working, studying. Your English is really, really good. Keep that up. Your English is very, very good.
Oh, well,
Um,
yeah. Thank
and
you very
with
much.
everything else, you'll be traveling and teaching and earning money before you know it.
Wow, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Well, yeah, thank you. First of all, yeah, thank you so much for saying that. Like, that means a lot to me, and I really
My
enjoyed
pleasure.
talking to you today. Well,
Me
I
too.
yes, and I
If
hope to
you
see
want,
you.
we can do some more sessions if you like. I can send you my schedule.
Yeah, sure, that would be great.